Side arena. Pearl Strickland right back on against Chris Melling, and then Chris Melling will stay on for a match against Woodward. Melling has had his tip replaced since it plays a lot better. Wasn't put on properly, so he'll be feeling a little bit better. And for Woodward, it's really go time. Day 3. We're going over the halfway mark today of all 50 matches that each player needs to play.
Yeah, also the man breaking Strickland loses the cue ball thin. This can happen. It can find the corner. It's all goal time for him as well. Just 2 wins from 7. So these really are must-win games now. Here's another look.
Start the clock, please.
Could see Alex, couldn't you, where the cue ball went low. He did flick another ball and go in the corner, but it just seems to be the story of this break rule. If it doesn't come off square and back towards the 9 or arcing just below, bad things can happen.
Yeah, and Earl is struggling there. I think in open play he's looking all right. He's just not getting enough shots after the break.
So the Magician Melling with his new tip. He's hit a few balls backstage, but you're never quite sure how it's going to feel. So the fact that he's got ball in hand in the opener is a good thing, because he can get his hand on the table and just get a bit of a feel of how this tip is responding, because when you put a new tip on the cue, it takes you a little while to get used to it, doesn't it, Alex? So are you the type of player where, how long would it take to get used to a new tip?
No, I'm a good improviser, so I always, when by conditions I was forced to use a different cue, I always did well.
Yeah, I think Chris is a bit like that as well. I think it wouldn't take him too long. Such a great potter of the ball, obviously. Nice cue action. Stays very still with the old snooker background. That's always going to stand you in good stead. But he has underhit this one a little bit, so got to take a bit of care here, because he's crashing into the 9.
Yeah, he is. Pot to the left side on the 9 if he gets this. Steep cut. Doesn't waste any time.
In the heart of the pocket, as always, Chris Melling wins the first rack with a reverse dish off the Strickland scratch. Melling had a good day yesterday. He actually lost his opening match to Conrad, but then he had 2 tough matches. He beat Alex Pagaline 5-4.
And SVB 5-3.
Yeah, so 2 of the top players. Good day for Melling in the end.
Yeah, he's a dark horse for sure.
Yeah, he's kind of the guy who would sort of get a feel for this format, match after match after match, and he plays purely on instinct. He sees the shot, gets down and kind of pulls the trigger, so really suits
Chris Melling, the break.
his style of game. Let's see what his break's like in rack 2.
Held back on the speed there. Earl does see part of the 1 ball and he can cut it into the 4. Certainly makeable, that 4 ball, but his cue ball would fly around the table, difficult to control.
Pagaline's at the table, the other table, of course, table 2. Matchroom Multisport YouTube channel. You know that by now. I'm sure you're watching. He's 4-1 up on So. Oh, the 4 ball stayed up. That's going to frustrate Earl. It will do, because he's left an open table.
Now he can drag the cue ball, make the 4 as slow as he can, or with topspin. And a little more speed, he can hold that 1 ball.
Earl's not played too bad, has he, Alex, really? In the balls, he's looked okay. Just maybe a few safety shots. Maybe a few of them, like, little kind of tricky shots, the one he's just had, maybe they're just not quite there. The break he has struggled with as well.
Yeah, that. He's one of those players, if you take away rhythm, they have a hard time. Would have liked to come up a little bit further. This is... He can get there, he can certainly get there, but 2 rotations more and it would have been a lot easier.
All the players play 15 matches in the opening group stage. So we're kind of approaching the halfway point now. So certainly if you're below 10th place, you've got to start winning matches. There's still time, of course.
Yes, and for some players that can work. It can be a trigger. Some players need a trigger. Some people need a deadline to perform better.
Pagulayan yesterday was undefeated for a while. He's still only lost 2. He's 4 wins from 6. These 2 balls will be 5 wins from 7, so he's going along nicely. The Lion.
Clinical by Chris Melling. Good cue ball control. Oy, oy, oy. Commentator's curse. Did everything right and then a sitter missed. Really unexpected.
Yeah, and he'll start to look at the tip. That is not going to do him his confidence any favours at all. Just an unbelievable miss there.
If you play with a different tip, you can play shots a little bit differently, where it's more sure to make the ball. And what I think happened is that he was very aware and cautious on all those shots up till the 8 ball. So for some players, when they have to improvise or play with new material, it can work because they play with more focus. And he just let go a little bit on that 8 ball, I think. Well, one each. That can change the whole course of the match.
Strickland to break, 1 break each.
Much depending on the result of this break. Normally, you would really like to, or expect to, pound on a mistake like that. A very odd stance by Earl Strickland. Did you see that, where he put his left leg?
Yeah, he's sort of starting to overthink the break now, and because he's not hitting it great, he's completely at this too full.
Start the clock.
And sent the cue ball in the bucket. That's what he's thinking. He's thinking, why can't I break the balls? Coming up on table 2 next, we've just seen Pagulayan with the win. Albin Ocean, he's playing Khalid Al Ghamdi. It's on table 2 coming up. Ocean sits at 8th, but 4th place is on the exact same points, so joint 4th really.
Yeah, there's little between those top 10 players. It's also because in the lower ranks you have 3-4 players with few wins, with 0 or 1 win. Eight ball, watch out. A little bit of steering there with his cueing. But there's a good enough angle on the 6. Looking at his tip again.
Yeah, he stunned it a little bit, didn't he? He's looking at the tip, but he didn't really get the cue ball working. That was more of a stun.
Look at the bridge length.
Yeah, he's playing the bank shot.
1.5 diamond. And he pulls it back all the way. Good bank. And a good out after Earl Strickland's scratch on the break. So, reg 4, Melling to break with a 2-1 lead.
Thanks. The fourth frag. Chris Melling is leading the match 2-1 and good break.
Two of the biggest shot makers on the pool table are battling it out here. Melling 2-1 break. Took some pace off the break. And it's a dry break, but no shot for Earl. It's going to be a push. Got to be careful because it looks like there's a combination over with the pink and the brown 7, so
I don't know about this format or this game. I'd rather play placement pool. At least I get to show you I can shoot.
He's having a tough old time, Earl Strickland. And he's letting everyone know.
After the break, there's no clock.
There is a clock, but 60 seconds.
Yeah, and the clock is ticking, Earl.
Push.
Push out called. Your choice, Chris.
What do you do, Carl? I think I would give this back.
well, he's down quick. Surely he can't see enough of the ball just to play a stop shot. Left a gap. It's a window.
Don't worry, I can't make it.
Yeah, in hindsight, I wouldn't give it back. That was on. Now,
Pace
the
looks
challenge
okay.
for Chris Melling is to stay focused and on the game, because it can be distracting what Earl's doing. Can wander off and start to observe Strickland instead of keeping your focus with the game.
If I get 2 racks, I'll be happy. That won't look as bad as 5-1.
Sees enough of the 4. Just come out 1 rail.
All in all, so far, this is a good effort from Earl, because it was a little bit tricky. Landed nice on the combo, made the combination.
Yeah, and the complaining, the talking. It's something we've seen him do over the years. He's trying to talk himself into some form. Right, Alex Pegulayan, you joined us and you've played a gazillion times against Earl.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
You know how that works.
Earl Strickland.
I think he does it in purpose to get him going. You know what I mean? So I'm not really sure. I don't think. I think he wants to get mad and for him to like fire it up. I'm not. What do you think, Alex? Hey guys.
I think we're in vision. No, I think that's how it works. I think you have done the same over the years. Like there's like 2 Alex Pegulayans. that I could see, like the very introverted, quiet one, super focused, or the extroverted one, joking, being interactive with the audience.
Okay, I'm gonna reveal myself here a little bit. When I start talking to the audience, that means I'm really nervous. I'm trying to get the pressure out a little bit. So,
Yeah, well, exactly that.
yeah.
Well, this is played behind closed doors, so what are you going to do later on in the week? Who are you going to talk to?
Well, sure.
Oh, Earl's having a mare. 3 scratches in this match off the break. That was unlucky.
What do you think is playing cue? I think it's like 15 millimeter.
Yeah, the diameter of the tip is, I think you're about right. I think it's about 15 millimeter.
It's hard to spin the ball with that. I'm surprised he's able to play with it.
A lot of deflection as well.
Yeah. This is not a gimme run out, but Chris Melling is a very creative player, so I'm sure he'll figure something out.
Well, the good thing is that once he is on the 5 with an angle, it's easy to get in line on the 6. Cross over to the left side, get that second rail. Was straighter than it seemed. So now it's a little bit awkward. Can get really close to the 6.
Oh, also, but the rail here allows you to play the shots easy, because the rail is not as bouncy as the practice table, so I'm pretty sure you can execute this pretty well. Did he get there? I think so.
Yeah, he's good.
What is this, 3 rails? Looks like it.
Yes, loading up with left. So the thing is, he's struggling with his material.
Wow.
Before and now yesterday evening he had a tip replaced. So for that reason, maybe he could have opted to go not go forward.
Yeah, I agree. I think the way he's been playing so far, he's missed a few balls with spin. He's already missed one in this match. I think he should have gone the other way, even though it may not be, in your eyes, Alex, the right shot.
Well, I agree on you guys. When you have struggling with your equipment, I think the best thing you could do is to put less siding, we call it in Canada. So
Anyway, it's another rack to Earl Strickland.
Strickland.
Alex, you sat in second place.
I don't know how that happened.
5 wins from 7. Tell us how you're playing. Where's your game at? You must be feeling good.
Yeah, I've been playing pretty good lately, so I wanna ride the wave, you know. So just taking care of myself lately, so and mind and body. You know what they say, you feel good, you play good. Well, it's not always the case, but most of the time that's the case.
And if we look, if you look at your actual game, what you do at the table, technically, is there anything you're trying to figure out, or is there something that you have figured out?
Well, I think this format here, 30-second shot clock, might help my game a little bit. It forces me to play a little bit faster instead of trying to analyze every little things. But I'm not really used to it yet, but it's coming.
Okay, yeah.
Well, Chris scratched and made the 9 on the break, so it's give ball in hand up to the Pearl. The balls are sat nice. The 8 ball's in a lovely spot for the 9, so huge chances for Earl. Must win, really, you feel.
Ooh,
Oh, he almost messed that up. One thing about Earl, he's a very quick thinker, and really, you know, if you watch his decision making, he's very intelligent. It's like Joshua Filler.
Yeah, people don't realize how much analysis there's still going on with players like Filler, like Earl. I'm thinking of Tony Drago in the past.
Yeah, they are genius.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
yes, they are.
They're genius.
I mean, to make it look so simple when they're on, that's really hard.
Yeah.
Complaining, sighing,
Yeah.
poofing.
Chasing the finish, isn't he?
What about the wrap, the pink wrap?
My color. Yeah, Earl Strickland capitalizing on Chris Melling's scratch, hitting the backside of the pocket on all the shots, dishing and leading.
He still
4-2,
has it,
leading
isn't
just
he?
one.
Huh? He still has it, huh? The Pearl.
Hey, we're back. We're with the Lion, Alex Pagalayan. He's joined us in the booth. He's happy. He's at number 2 on the current league table. He's loving life. So he's Earl the Pearl Strickland. He's 4-2 up over Chris Melling. He's breaking. Struggle with the break. 3 scratches on the spin. Can he keep the cue ball dry?
Look at his left arm, trying something different.
That was a good break, wasn't it?
A chance for Chris. Oh, the question is, how would you play this?
And from the 1 to the 2 is open.
3 rails, that bump the 3 maybe?
Yeah, I like that.
Oh.
Missed the mark. Now he can hold it there and play a tight snooker behind the 7.
I like that. Oh my God, what's going on with Chris?
What's going on? Maybe his head's gone. Too much doubt about his tip.
Good
Shot.
Good recovery there. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, that changes this shot drastically. Could have been a lot worse.
He don't waste time, does he? Is still Tony Drago the fastest snooker or pool player that ever lived?
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine so. I'm not sure if there's anyone plays as quick as...
Well, your fellow countryman Luke Salvas,
Oh,
he was
yeah.
maybe quicker, but he didn't play as good as Tony.
Right.
I think Tony was the best quick player.
Agreed.
Winner of the World Pool Masters, got to the semi-finals in the World Championships, won some European events.
Well, maybe Mohammed Sufi. Maybe he's the new speed
yeah.
king.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a big shot coming up. It lacks speed and line, and it's another miss. 3 misses from Melling.
Right. You know, that shot, I would have just run into the 8, make sure it makes the 7, you know what I mean, instead of holding it.
So hit the cue ball how you like,
Yeah.
sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, even if you miss the whole 8, you can also bank the 8 in the side,
Yeah,
right? So,
make the 7.
yeah, make the 7 for sure, but right now he's probably fuming about his equipment, so...
Yeah, and the hard part for Melling is that he's on right after this against Woodward. So he needs to do something. Take a real quick timeout.
Strickland wins the rack.
Yeah, he does.
So that means he lost 4 now?
Yeah, Melling stays on 3 from 7. Earl joins him 3 from 8. We're going to take a short break. Melling stays on the table.